So I've been meaning to make a video on this topic because I did a post on this on my Facebook and it got so much traction, and there were so many people, men and women, that were chiming in. So if you want to check out the post, go to Fareen Ash official or Fareen Ash, I believe, on my Facebook. It's my public page. I also posted this on my Instagram, but I tend to get a lot more engagement on Facebook. So it's really interesting to hear what men have to say because a lot of men have chimed in. Now, the title of the post, or the post that I did, the caption was entitled "Men Don't Chase, Men Pursue. Boys chase, boys don't have patience to pursue." Now, what does this mean? In my books, What Men Want, I talk about the difference between chasing versus pursuing because, as a dating coach, in this industry, this word chasing gets thrown around a lot. And so, women are always talking about, or dating coaches and male dating coaches are always talking about, get a man to chase you, get a man to chase you. And it seems like a lot of women are buying into this concept of chasing, and they want a man to chase them. Now, I want you guys to understand something. Masculine men, because I talk about masculine and feminine energies, masculine men do not chase, right? Boys chase. And there's a big distinction between chasing and pursuing. I also did a video and a masterclass on this in my membership. You can check that out if you wanted to, join that. But very quickly, there's a difference between chasing and pursuing. So pursuing is courting, right? So I am very fond of old school traditional dynamics when it comes to intimacy and relationships, and courting falls in line with pursuing, right? It is trying to win over your love interest, right? Chasing is coming from a very low value place within, and it is coming from an energy of insecurity and trying to get something. So do you guys see the difference here? There's a big difference between chasing something versus pursuing something. So even when it comes to goals, right, there's a difference between chasing our goals versus pursuing our goals. There's a insecure versus a secure level of energy behind both of these words. Now, when I say boys chase, so it could be a man that is, in his 20s or things like that, or it could be a man that is, later on developed in his life, but he's still sort of moving in these chasing tendencies. Now, men or boys that generally chase are coming from a very insecure place, or they're coming from a there's two things really going on. So either they're coming from an insecure place, meaning they see this thing that they want and they're very attracted to this thing, and they put this woman on a pedestal, right? And now they want to go and get this woman, and they're not really cool and confident about it. So they're placing an importance on this person over themselves. The other thing that could be going on, if there's not an insecurity, is that they're just trying to take something from this person. So they're chasing hard, they're chasing, right? So they're, and I'll get into what those behaviors look like, but they're doing that because they want to get something from the woman. So that could be, trying to get a woman into bed with her. So men don't chase, men pursue. So men, and particularly masculine men, will see a woman that they're interested in, and they will be attracted to this woman because of her energy, her aura, the way that she feels about herself is very magnetic. She's radiant. And often, if they're masculine men, they have a secure attachment style. They also feel good about themselves. They're going to court this woman. So in the post, I also talk about men, boys don't have patience to pursue. What that means is that, because a boy is looking to get some sort of validation from a woman, or, looking to get his needs met through her. So that could be a sexual needs, validation, whatever it is, ego stroke. He's not going to have patience to win this woman over. He's going to be very rushed in his attempt to getting this woman. And that could be for any reason, right? To get her into bed, to sleep with her, or, just for validation. So women have these tendencies as well. Insecure women, or women that aren't in their feminine energy, they're not balanced, they're also looking for, they also look for this sort of quick fix, and they also chase men. They chase men to meet some sort of void within themselves. Now, men that are masculine in their energy, they're not going to chase a woman, they're going to pursue a woman. So they're going to see a woman, they're attracted to this woman, and what they're going to do is they're going to court her. So courting takes time. It's a dance between a man and a woman that is in the correct energy, and it is the intention is, it's a long game. It's not a, I need to get this validation from this person. This person needs to go out with me right now. She needs to kiss me. She needs to do all these things. Otherwise, I don't feel good about myself as a man. It's a, I want to win this woman over because this is the woman that I want to make my wife. And I don't want a woman that is going to give herself up very easy to me, because that woman that gives herself up to me is not a high value woman, is not a woman I'm going to marry. So masculine men and feminine women both have this desire to, feminine women have a desire to be courted, and masculine men have a desire to court, right? And they don't want instant gratification. So this is the misconception. So it might seem that they want this instant gratification, and a part of their ego will want that, but at a subconscious, deeper level, they don't want that. They don't want to marry a woman that is very easy to get, that will fall all over them, that will give them their body, that will have sex easily. They want a challenge. So a woman that is in her feminine energy, by nature, she's going to want to be courted. So she's not going to fall for a man or a boy's tricks, and she's not going to be attracted to men that chase her. So when I was dating, I would meet these type of men, right? Men that would essentially chase me. So and I say men because I'm almost in my 40s, so they're not young, but their behaviors, it's not that they were boyish, it's just that they were coming off with a level. So there's two types of men. There was one man that he's a very successful man. He's a business owner, and I guess he saw me and he was very attracted to me, and so he would and this is what I mean by chasing. So he would take me out to fancy restaurants 3 times a week. So he was taking me to all these nice places. And I mean, I loved it. Why wouldn't I, right? I'm dating, and if a man wants to take me out and, to these nice restaurants and dinners, I'm going to go. I had no intention of sleeping with him or doing anything. I was just going to do what I normally do, which is observe a man over time, right? Now, I think it was, and he was taking me to really nice places, and, I hadn't, kissed him or anything like that. It might have been on the 9th date. And this was all, we were going to dinners all the time. We were going out. There was one time where he tried to, make a move on me, and I wasn't ready. And I didn't say it in a, mean way or anything like that. I just was kind of like flirting a little bit and just saying I'm not ready, right? He took that personally, right? He kind of acted very childish the next day. He wanted to introduce me to his friends, and after that night, the next day he never messaged me, and then when he did message me, he didn't even acknowledge what happened, and obviously I brought it up, and he made some snarky comments after that, and I just sort of unmatched him, right? So that's one type of man. The other man that I had gone on a date with, we had some exchanges over message, like over the dating app, and we had a good energy, good thing going back and forth, and he's very successful as well. He was a stockbroker, day trader, very tall, good looking man, tall, dark, handsome. And I had gone on a date with him, and on the date, I wasn't exactly, he was doing too much to impress me, right? It was too much. I could feel that he was being over the top to impress me. And I wasn't sure. It wasn't, I decided to give him another chance and go out with him again. And so he had set up a date for, I think it was the next Friday, and he had everything planned and it was really nice. And I think it was like the days leading up to it, he started becoming very needy. So he started saying things to me like, you can call me when you miss me, and you can, things like that. And it didn't feel good to me, because to me, we had just gone out on a first date. Now, because I'm confident in myself, I'm attracted to confidence in a man. And so if a man is saying things like that to me, that's not going to be attractive to me so soon, right? And so, of course, like I didn't want to waste his time. And at that moment, I knew that this is not the person for me, and I didn't want to go out with him again. Now, when you guys are not a person that is insecure and is unhealthy within is going to look for that sort of behavior in a man, and is going to be attracted to that, because that's going to fill a void that the person has within themselves, and they experience a fulfillment within themselves and a validation within themselves through external chasing behaviors, right? Confident people are repelled by that, but insecure people are not. Insecure people and women are, if a man doesn't message after a first date, after a few days, they start spiraling, right? So I just want you guys to know that when it comes to dating and attraction, we're going to be attracted to that sort of which we are, right? That's why I always talk about inner work and healing and things like that. You're not going to be attracted to a man that sort of chases you. You're going to be attracted to a cool, calm confidence. So my partner, when we had our first date, he told, one of the first things he said to me was, "I love your energy," right? Which was really nice. After that same date, and I talk about this in What Men Want, he did set up another date. And on that date, I think he said something like, "You're my favorite." Now, I loved that, because that showed me that he's still dating, that he showed me a little bit of interest, but he didn't go goo goo gaga over me. Now, he did tell me later that he thought that I was different, and that, he could feel that there was something different about me, and he was really attracted to me. But that's not something he said to me initially. And, there weren't a lot of messages and things like that in between our dates. So he pursued me, right? And there was a period of time where he was sort of pursuing me, setting up dates once a week, messaging me here and there, and things sort of built up. He was sort of in it for the long game. Now, there was nothing physical on my end with him until probably months later. And that's because I want to be courted, right? I didn't want to be with someone that was with me for the wrong reasons. I wanted to be married. And it paid off for him, because, in 7 months he proposed. He knew I was the woman for him. So men pursue women that are, high value and attractive and feminine. Boys or immature men are just looking to get their needs met. They're just looking for an ego fix. They're looking for something that's easy. A woman that they have to pursue, that's too much work for them, and they're not going to want to do it. They're going to make it mean something when a woman doesn't reciprocate in terms of physical contact, or if a woman wants to pace it and take her time, they're going to take that personally. They're not going to like it. So they're going to end up with women that are not high quality, not high value. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just sort of talking about dynamics where there's, high value men and high value women, and sort of how the dating process works with them. So I hope you guys found this useful. Follow me on Facebook, and, you can find out more information in my books, and on my Instagram, you can connect with me live there. Bye.